There may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 134 of Tailgate Talks. This episode, as always, is sponsored by DeFrischer Recycling and Junk Removal. Gentlemen, how are you feeling today?
So, here's the thing.
Wonderful.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say, I'll let Bryce go first because mine's kind of transitioning to the first thing.
I'm wonderful. Let's see what happened this weekend. Steelers obviously lost to the Browns, expected. Won two fantasy football championships. Had a good Christmas. Michigan basketball still on a tear. Michigan football plays tomorrow. I'm doing great, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, Bryce owns this now.
Lost rapid fire, but I can make up with that by winning fantasy football.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. I'm kidding. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so after Sunday, I was like, man, there is positively, absolutely nothing that will take place before we talk about the Steelers. Nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. Nothing at all. We're starting with the Steelers. We're getting this crap team over with. Blah. And then I get a bombshell texted to me lunchtime yesterday. I'm not going to name any names who I talked to, but yes, Coach Scott is gone as the Edinboro Fighting Scots head football coach. I will admit, at first, this was out of nowhere. After a 7-4 year, I was shocked. I was stunned. I did not see this coming. I did not even think about this being a possibility. Now it is the football business. It is. However, that did not pop up in my head with Coach Scott. I thought he was going to stay at least another year. I did not think he was going to be a transition coach with a winning record.
No.
Yeah, I mean, at first I got an anonymous tip that this happened, and I was like, really? Let me double check with a couple other people. And I asked one person, and he said, who's with the team, they said, news to me, and let me double check, and let me ask coaches. And he said, oh my God, it's true. And that's how I got it confirmed. I was like the Adam Schefter yesterday, basically.
Let's go.
Because people were texting me, but I have too much respect for Dr. Robbins. I did not break the news on the Tailgate Talks thing. I waited until Edinboro released the story. Yeah. I mean, Eric Crandall's, of course, who was the defensive coordinator, or Crandall, I think is how you say it.
Crandall, I think, yeah.
Is now the head coach of the Fighting Scots. And everybody else is staying. The only position you need to fill is obviously defensive coordinator, which I'm sure they'll probably promote somebody, and then probably whatever, if it's for say the linebackers coach or whatever, then
yeah, he might just become the defensive play caller and then also maintain his linebackers coach responsibilities, because that's what Papley did.
Something like that. But yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Apparently there's some allegations against Stephon Diggs that just released.
I already read that this morning. He strangled somebody and assaulted somebody on December 2nd. Supposedly. Obviously innocent until proven guilty.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, at first I will say this, like I said, Alex, this was just out of nowhere. I mean,
it was.
I didn't see this coming at all. I thought Coach Scott was for sure the guy, and then I thought about it, and I said, man, we don't We don't know what opportunity he has. It could be somewhere that leads to something good. So until we know where he's going, we can't really judge him on that, can we?
No.
We can't, because like that. And here's the thing, that is just. And here's the thing, from a player's perspective, I 100% agree and support anybody on the team that is upset about it. I get it. Trust me, from a player's perspective, understandable. I get it. Here's the thing. It is also a business for these coaches. This is their livelihood.
Oh yeah.
If they have a better opportunity somewhere else, that leads to hell. Could be the coach for Syracuse, Penn State, Pitt, Ohio State, Michigan later down the line. Dude, we would all take that. We would all take that chance.
Yeah, I don't think people that aren't in the coaching world or haven't been in the coaching world before, particularly for football, that haven't been in a coach's office before and been around a staff before, I don't think the layman realizes how rare the opportunity is to spend 1 year as a head coach in Division II and then get offered a large role at an FCS school. The interdivisional jump makes between like Division II or Division I schools obviously makes sense, but jumping from Division II up to the FCS level is a big deal. And the fact that Coach Scott, I mean, he's, I think, an unbelievable recruiter. I think he's an unbelievable coach. I think he motivates his guys really well. I think he's a great man. So I think he fully deserves it, obviously. But I don't think people realize how rare of an opportunity that is to flip a Division II program around for 1 year as their head coach and then immediately get an FCS offer as a coordinator, which, yes, is most definitely also more money than a Division II head coach.
It's just the nature. And I texted Coach Miller about this last night, and he literally said what I thought he was going to say. It's a business. Literally, there is a reason, for example, here, this is a perfect example. There is a reason Nick Sirianni did not stay at IUP. There is a reason James Franklin did not stay at East Stroudsburg. That's how you move up the ladder.
What about Sig?
What
about Coach Sig?
Coach Sig.
Where did he go? He went IUP, JMU, Indiana.
Yeah, there's a reason why Signetti
literally
did not stay there
at 60-something years old.
Yeah, so we could be talking about how Coach Scott is leading somebody to a college football playoff in 10 to 15 years from now. We could be talking about that on the show.
I mean, the guy just pumps talent. I think he spent how long was he New Haven's defensive coordinator? 3 or 4 seasons?
God. Something like
that. I think it was 3 or 4 seasons. I think he sent like 35 of his defensive players all conference in those 3 or 4 years that he was their defensive coordinator. Like, dude just gets the best out of his guys.
Yeah, for sure. And here's the thing. And I don't know if we talked about it because we talked about it for a while before we started recording, so I don't know if I repeated this already or not. Edinboro's not losing anybody else. Everybody else is staying. Like I said, Crandall.
No. Yeah.
Crandall's the head coach. Griffin's still the OC. And yeah, so
the whole rest of the staff. Yeah.
Crandall is literally been was with Scott in New Haven for 5 years, or has been with Scott for 5 years.
Yeah, he's been with Coach Scott forever.
And I'm sure he's gonna have different things Coach Scott does, and that's just how every coach is, like that and everything.
Well, you guys are gonna kick out of this. I open my Facebook and look what pops up.
And here's the thing though. I am sure there was stuff that Coach Scott taught Coach Cradle that he's going to keep. I am sure some of the foundation and some of the culture that Coach Scott built this year with Edinboro is still going to be there, but just with another coach. I'm sure.
Crandall's only the interim head coach.
Oh, wait, what?
Interesting. I'm looking at the article on the Edinboro Athletics website right now. Apparently, he's only the interim.
It's December. You could have named. I mean, you could have named him the head coach. Maybe it
He might
doesn't
end
mean-
up retaining the role.
Okay. Okay. Because I was gonna say, oh, are they putting that title on him because of recruiting right now? I'm assuming.
Probably, I would imagine.
It's
Just
like
because of
everything.
the fact that Scott left and someone needs to be named the head coach. So,
That's
but I
true.
don't know. I feel like
I-
if he was going to stay the head coach, they would just say he's been promoted to head coach. But I could
Well,
be wrong.
Well, here's the thing too. You might as well just make him the head coach because, like, why change up anything else that you have?
Yeah, exactly.
I would absolutely name him the head coach right now, like right now, honestly. And as of right now, player wise, I'm sure there's people with the portal wise, but like people that we're curious about, Marchitelli staying, we're gonna retain him. We still have Bizon, Neely,
Whoever's returning on the O line, I'm pretty sure none of those guys are transferring.
I
Well,
believe
Tommy already left.
I believe Gav's coming. I believe Gav's coming back. Gavin Ennis. Trying to
Jarrett
think.
France is unfortunately out of eligibility.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. We need to. He needs to be the. He needs to be on the show as like the Tom Brady or Gronk of our show.
Bring France to the coaching staff, man. Just bring him to the
Yeah.
coaching staff.
Yeah.
God, that
And
would be a sight.
And you know what? Let's just bring back Nico Mervos. Let's just bring him back too.
Merv.
I'm trying to think who else is coming back. Carlos, I believe.
Carlos is coming back, I'm pretty sure.
Kai, Reali, both Wallach boys, JT and Wyatt. I think Dinkins, I believe he's staying. I think. I haven't asked around yet. And little insider joke, I'm not gonna explain it. Anybody from on the football team that sees this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. That might be it, right, Alex? I think
so.
I think we lost Karan.
Yeah, he graduated.
I believe we lost Speeds.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't know with new transfers and freshmen coming in, obviously, because last year we didn't know about Marchitelli. So
Right.
So who knows what could happen? Who knows what could happen? I still think this team is in a good spot next year, with Scott or not. I still think they're in a good spot. Now you got to see how that translates on the field first to make that assumption. So yeah, but yeah, Coach Scott is gone as head coach. So that was probably like the first Edinboro bombshell we've had since Coach North left. So yeah, so good luck to Coach Scott. Honestly, I guys, I think we need to the main event I feel like needs to be the Steelers. So we're gonna save that for later. Because I'll be totally honest with you. I really want to get into these hot takes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Bryce, Ryan O'Hearn, Buccos, we're back, baby. You might as well bring this back. Because I'm not gonna say the B word. I'm not gonna say the B word because it's the Pirates, but it's looking pretty good.
I don't think we're back yet.
I think we need to get that however you say Okamoto guy.
Yeah, I don't want him. I want Suarez. I want Suarez at third base. Suarez, third base.
Mm-hmm.
Bring Tamar Johnson up to get him some experience. Connor Griffin in the outfield with Brian Reynolds and O'Neal Cruz. I say we stick Joey Bart, Davis, Rodriguez behind the dish.
Mm-hmm.
All of them bring different things to the field and plate approach.
Mm-hmm.
So
You know what? I actually had I just thought of another hot take that's not really going to be surprising, kind of, or hot take or bold prediction, but it is one that is going to piss off some people that I'm going to write down. I'm going to save for later. But yeah, I do like Jake Magnum and Brandon Lowe, obviously. That was, like I said, is still a good trade. So we'll see what happens. But all right. Bold takes for 2026, obviously last show of the year, and this is actually the first time in a while we're recording on a Tuesday and the show's getting dropped on the same day. um so yeah, so whoever would like to go first, I want to say let's all say our first take and then switch to the next person and then go from there. I believe Bryce and I have 4, so I say we do order wise. We start off with Bryce and then go with me and then Alex third. Does that sound all right?
Sure.
All right. Bryce, go ahead for your first one.
All right, so my first bold take won't come as a surprise to a lot of people, but I think that it's definitely something people aren't looking at, and I think they really should. My first bold take is the Oakland Athletics win the division and go to the ALCS. The Oakland A's last year were 10 games out of 500, and that comes from Hurts coming up late, Wilson coming up late, Butler coming up late, and they just got behind the 8 ball. Now, they also could have won more games to get in, but all those guys were still rookies. Offseason, they acquired Jeff McNeil and Tyler Soderstrom and a reliever, Mark Leiter. If the A's can make another move on the bullpen, man, that team is young and that team is scary with how good they are at hitting. If they can just figure out how to stop other teams from scoring, man, I think it could happen. So that's my bold take. They're going to make it this year. They're going to beat the Pirates out, make the playoffs for the Buccos.
So I'm going to get my one out of the way that is not really that bold. Not really that bold if you think about it from our perspective, but like I said, it's going to upset a lot of people. I think the Pirates, and this hurts me to say, it really hurts me to say, it hurts my soul. I think the Pirates do not bring back Andrew McCutchen.
Pain.
With this new team, I'm sorry. I wish if there was a spot, I would say do it. Do it. Let him pitch hit. Do it. Everybody loves him around, have him around. As a player, I don't see where he fits on this new team. I'm sorry. It hurts me. It hurts me. MV Young is going to kill me on Thursday for saying that. But I'm sorry. I just don't see where McCutchen fits on this team. I hate it. It hurts my soul. It hurts me to say that as much as it hurt Bryce to say that Michigan was not going to win the national championship last year, and it hurt Dom's soul. It hurts me. Right here, as I hit my WrestleMania 14 t-shirt. It hurts. I want him to come back. I just don't think he is.
How do you get rid of him though?
You can't, but where does he fit?
Well, whenever you're the second best batting average hitter on the team, how do you not find yourself on the field?
Yeah, but it's a new team.
And of all the heavy guys that were in the most, he had the least amount of strikeouts. I don't know, man. I get it's a bold take. You're probably right, but he's like he's a glue guy. I feel like that hurts more than just paying him the money and he just sits on the bench and pinch hits and DHs once or twice a week.
I hope so. I wish if there is a spot that he can do that, please do. Well, again, I just don't see where McCutchen fits on this team. I really don't, and I hate it. But yeah, that's my first one. Alex, you want to go ahead, or do you want?
Yep.
So we're even, and you're not left out on the last one. It's up to you.
Oh, I don't care.
Here, how about Bryce and I go through one more so then we're even, so then you're not left out on the last one.
Okay.
Which means your best bold take is gonna be the last take the people hear. So keep that in mind.
I'm gonna have to cook.
So
All right.
Bryce, we go one more.
My next one is Oklahoma retains Venables, and Oklahoma continues to build a powerhouse program.
Okay.
The Oklahoma football team is only going to lose 18 people this year that are seniors. That's not counting guys that are going to get a medical red shirt, guys that are going to get a red shirt in general as seniors and be super seniors, and that's not counting guys that are going to leave the portal or stay. A very young team ended up 9-3 this year, accomplished something that a lot of teams can't say they've done this year in beating Alabama and making the playoffs. So I think Venables and Oklahoma start to go on a run, and I think they would be dumb to lose Venables, even though we know how he is. I feel like it would just be too hard for them to find another coach, as we see how the coaching carousels went this year.
I like it. I like it. All right. So Alex will be surprised about this one. And a lot of people, another one kind of people that understand the topic won't really be, but like at the same time, it is bold considering how somebody does things and stuff. The new franchise guy since John Cena's retired, the guy that is QB1, the guy that is taken over. I believe that the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will turn heel in 2026. He's going to dye his hair jet black once again. And yes, people, I know, don't remind me. We're getting to it. And if people disagree with me, go back and watch Cody's heel run in Ring of Honor in 2018. This dude was a freaking menace. He was yelling at people, spit a drink in a fan's face. Like, basically was like MJF before MJF and before AEW was a thing, basically. So that is my second one. And also I believe MJF is AEW's Rock in terms of Hollywood.
All right. I'm gonna stick on a theme with Bryce here with my first hot take. I am going to say that after the way this season ended, I think John Mateer is going to decide to return to Oklahoma for his senior season. And I think Oklahoma is going to make I'll go with it. John Mateer is going to stay. He's going to be a Heisman finalist, and Oklahoma is going to make a run to the Natty next year.
Wow.
I like that.
I just don't think that he can. I don't think he can. I don't think he can go to the draft knowing that the team very clearly performed significantly worse when he was injured without him, and the fact that they could have been an even better team and blew a 17-point lead to Alabama in the first round at home in Norman. I don't think he's going to stand for that being how he exits college and enters the NFL draft.
After hot takes, I got to make a quick announcement. 2 quick announcements, actually.
Beautiful.
Events that transpired this week that I forgot of. So am I up for my next one?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, this next one, I'm going to go broad and then I'm going to go in depth just because I think it just fits too perfect. I think, now this has happened before, but it wasn't in the major leagues. It was in the lower A's. A pitcher is going to throw a no-hitter and lose the game because of the ghost runner rules. And I think that pitcher is going to be Paul Skeens.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
I think that, Skeens hasn't had a no-hitter yet or a perfect game or any of that.
He's going to
I think this year he gets his no-hitter, but Pittsburgh, being the laughingstock of baseball that they are, somehow manages to lose that game for him. That's
But,
painful. That was painful to say, but that's probably my second hottest take in terms of heat.
All right. Next one. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. It's another one that pains me to say, but and Alex is back just in time for this one. The Hawks will trade Trae Young before the deadline. It's over. Hawks fans, it's over. It's over. It's also time. There is a reason the Hawks did not sign Trae Young to a long-term extension this offseason. And you can also argue that Trae's defensive ability is questionable at times. But, and it pains me to say, it's time. I heard a rumor that we are interested in Anthony Davis. And listen to this. If this involves the Trae Young trade, think about it. The Hawks traded Luka to get Trae. The Mavs traded Luka to get Anthony Davis. And the Mavs will trade to get Trae Young, and the Hawks get Anthony Davis. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That's nuts. That's pretty
Now
nuts.
here's the thing. Do I think the Anthony Davis trade possibly involves Trae Young? No. I don't think that's where Trae's gonna go. It's possible, but I don't think that's where he's gonna go. I'd have to look at the teams to really make an assumption of where it goes. Now, what would the Hawks give up to get Anthony Davis? I don't know. Maybe Jalen Johnson, picks. I don't know. But get ready, Hawks fans, because rebuild years are coming soon. And it starts when Trae Young is dealt at, I think, the deadline. So,
Guys, we got some college football news. Arguably one of the best edge rushers / edge players in college football plans to enter the transfer portal from Utah, John Henry Daly. 6'4", 255-pound edge, 48 tackles, 12 sacks, 2 forced fumbles in 2025, and will have 2 full years of eligibility.
Bryce, you know what this screams to me?
He's coming to the Michigan.
This screams Red Raiders to me, baby.
Oh, I didn't even think of that one.
This screams Red Raiders to me, baby.
You know what? You might be right. I'm not going to lie, because Rodriguez is gone from Tech. Oh, dude, that might – honestly, you might be onto something. That might be it.
That screams Red Raiders, dude. Oh, my goodness.
I would say the 2 earliest spots are obviously he follows Whittingham.
Yep.
Or Tech, dude. Oh, I didn't think of that. Either one of those.
We need to get to that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say after this.
Yeah. Okay. My second pick.
Wow.
I have not done much watching yet this year. So this one is purely heart pick, and it's absolutely going to hurt me, and I know it for a fact because it always does. It hurts me every single year. But I'll take the Tar Heels to the Elite Eight this year.
Interesting.
Why not?
Who are they getting bounced by?
Ooh. Depends on how the regions fall.
It's not going to be the Pitt Panthers.
No, it surely won't be the Pitt Panthers.
I could see it being like I'd say it, but I could see it being like your Wolverines or something like that.
Or even Gonzaga. Gonzaga's tough.
Yeah. Go back to 2016 college basketball was like so peak.
It really was. Dude, 2020, we're so off topic right now. 2020 March Madness, in my opinion, was the biggest what if ever. That was the most loaded year of college basketball we've ever had, and COVID canceled it. That March Madness was a complete toss-up. One seeds through 4 seeds could have won that. There was so many good teams that year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I lost track. Who's next?
I am. So this one is probably
Bryce.
This is probably the hottest take I got.
Okay.
And a lot of people aren't going to like it. Because a lot of people
Cal's
like
leading the ACC in basketball right now.
Who?
Cal.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you want to know who's second to last?
The Pitt Panthers.
Yeah.
I think my last hot take here, and you boys might want to grab some ice because we've seen a lot of great QB classes come through. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
Lamar Jackson's class with Baker and Lamar, and then Darnold, and then there's one more guy that I can't think of off the top of my head.
If this is going where I think it's going, I swear to God, I will end this show right now.
You've got the 2004 draft class was good, I believe. Maybe it was a little earlier. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the 2024 draft class proves to be one of the best draft classes this century.
Oh.
Wow.
You've got Caleb Williams, 11-5. Jaden Daniels, hurt most of the year. Washington didn't do well. But last year, stud. Drake May, 12-3, 12-4, 13-3. Michael Penix was doing good with the Falcons till he got hurt, of course.
Yeah.
Minnesota, 8-9, not very good. McCarthy was hurt a lot this year, which, whatever. Bo Nix, Denver's leading the division for the number 1 seed. And then you also have, I can't think. Oh, Rattler with the Saints wasn't doing bad.
It's
Tyler
weird
Shough
though,
comes
because
in.
now it's like you're looking at Tyler Shuck, and it's like, all right, this guy's playing kind of good right now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Shuck went 300 yards and 2 touchdowns the past 2 weeks. He's played really well, but I think this QB draft class is just, I think it's just loaded with talent, dude. They said that from the beginning. It was one of the most loaded draft classes. And then, of course, last year you had JJ not play, got hurt. Penix didn't play much at all either till the very end of the season because of Cousins. Jaden Daniels obviously shined. Nix did okay. Drake May did not. And then Caleb Williams and the Bears did not. And then this year it was like a complete flip. And these guys just turned into the guys that we watched in college. So I think that they'll further prove that they're probably one of the best draft classes in this century. In terms of quarterbacks.
What number did What number did the Broncos draft Bo Nix?
12?
9 or 12.
9 or 12.
I can look real quick because I had it.
Oh, wait, it had to have been 9 because JJ
it was
11,
12.
didn't he?
It was 12.
It was 12.
It was 12. Adunze went 9 to Chicago. JJ went 10. Fatnu went 11, and then Nix. Which is crazy to me, dude, that Jared Verse fell to number 19.
I know, dude. He was like one of my draft crushes. He's insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then Cooper DeJean fell to the second round. That 2024 draft was wild.
Bryce, you know why that one happened.
Well, yeah, we all know why that one happened. But, I
I
like to look through these drafts and see some of these guys that fell. They're now studs.
All right. Who's ready for my last one?
All right, let's hear it.
But I'm gonna do it in a different way because I want you two to answer this. I believe, and this is bold. Am I gonna be surprised it doesn't happen? I'm not gonna be surprised. It's like, but again, like I said, it's called bold takes for a reason. I believe
Freaking Chicago, dude.
I believe that this Super Bowl will have 2 teams that missed the playoffs last year. Now I want you guys to think the 2 teams I'm referring to. You can guess at least one of them.
So you're looking Seahawks?
Nope.
I'm thinking Patriots.
Yep.
Rams made it. Broncos made it.
Patriots, Bears.
Bingo.
That's it. Yeah.
Bang!
Yep.
Let's go.
I believe the the Patriots and Bears who missed the playoffs last year will make it to the Super Bowl. 2 teams.
Patriots
that missed the
definitely see
playoffs.
it. Bears, not
Bears,
quite sure.
Bears,
Well,
that's a stretch. But
all I gotta say is at least we don't have to see the Chiefs and Eagles again.
that's true. That's true.
We might have to see the Eagles, but we sure won't have to see the Chiefs.
All righty.
I like that, dude. I like that. Not Detroit, Chicago, New England.
That just screams like 2005
Oh, it
NFL
really
football right
does.
there.
Yeah.
Tom Brady versus Jay Cutler.
Yeah, Rex Grossman.
God.
What was that? Was that Manning's first Super Bowl? He beat Grossman and the Bears, I think. With the Colts?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that was it.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, because he lost to Breeze.
Correct.
The Tracy Porter pick six. I believe Manning's first ring. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was against Grossman and the Bears. Anyway, neither Dom nor EJ are on this show, meaning that I am our friendly neighborhood puck enthusiast, which is what my final hot take will be revolving around. And shockingly enough, does not have to do with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Part of this isn't going to be much of a hot take because he's a favorite for right now. But the second part is definitely a little bit toasty. I believe that Macklin Celebrini is going to win the Hart Trophy, which is not very much of a hot take. And he is going to help carry the San Jose Sharks to a surprising Western Conference Finals appearance. They will not make the Stanley Cup final. They will inevitably lose to, I don't know, like McKinnon in the Avs, or maybe the Oilers want to lose to the Panthers in the Cup for the third straight year.
Dom might actually just quit sports if that happens again.
I really hope he just gives up on the Oilers because I hate them and I hate everything about them and I hate that he likes them.
This is McDavid.
Well, yeah, because so I hope the Oilers lose to the Panthers in the Cup for the third year in a row and Connor McDavid requests a trade. That's what I hope for. But yeah, Macklin Celebrini, Hart Trophy winner, San Jose Sharks. I mean, when the Sharks don't ever make a deep run in the playoffs unless it's completely unexpected. Like, nobody thought they were going to make it to the 2016 Stanley Cup final against the Pens whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, on the subject of puck real quick, over the next 3 drafts, we have 24 draft picks, we being the Pittsburgh Penguins. 24 draft picks in the next 3 drafts. I want you gentlemen to guess how many of those draft picks are in the first 3 rounds. 7, your answer, Bryce? Mike?
9.
Mike, take your answer and add 10. 19 of our 24 picks in the next 3 years are in the first 3 rounds of the NHL draft.
Crazy. That is crazy.
Are the Pens going to be back?
Not to mention, we just traded for Yegor Chinikov, who isn't like anything great. He's no world beater, but like Dan Muse has clearly showed at this point in the season that he can squeeze every drop of juice out of the young guys possible. Like that much is evident. Like he can absolutely get the most out of the young guys on the roster. And we just continue to add young pieces and I'm loving it. So
yeah. Is that all the hot takes, or Bryce, do you have one more?
no, that's all of them, I'm pretty sure.
That's all I got. But I could throw another one out there if you want me to.
Oh God. We gotta get rolling.
Actually, yeah, just talk about Whittingham real quick.
So 2 things.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Whittingham was named Michigan's next head coach. After the Sherrod Moore debacle and everything that happened with Harbaugh, the university did launch an investigation into the athletics program to say, hey, something's not right here. Let's figure this out. And they went and they started an investigation. So we'll get to see here what that investigation finds. But hopefully, I think personally, I hope it ends in Ward Manuel being let go, because Ward Manuel has been on the forefront of just horrible hires, horrible times of letting people go. He was ready to get rid. Well, here's 2 examples. He was ready to get rid of Harbaugh after 2018. He was ready to not sign Dusty May. He had to bring John Beilein back because Dusty May would not sign till Beilein sold to him. So Ward Manuel has been a very fill in the word that you want to use because the one I want to use isn't appropriate, of an AD. So I think the Whittingham hire is great. Alex, I don't know your thoughts. Mike, I don't know your thoughts either. I think Whittingham,
Yeah.
he's just a hard-nosed guy. He's going to have no scandals. I looked. He only follows 5 women on Instagram, and they're all his family, so we don't have to worry about anything like that.
Let's go. Let's hope he doesn't have a burner. No.
Stop.
Exactly. Pretty much exactly what I hate saying this. Hate saying it with everything in me. But I think after the Sharon Moore debacle, the Wolverines clearly needed a stable, just solid guy as their hire, as their next head coach. They needed someone to come in that can stabilize the locker room, stabilize this whole situation that went down with Sharon Moore. And I think that Kyle Whittingham is the perfect hire for that situation. He is just, I mean, like, you don't hear a single thing about this guy in the media besides the fact that he just coaches football games. Like, that is literally all you hear about this dude in media, is just like, oh, Kyle Whittingham won another game. Oh, Cam Rising tore his ACL for the 7th time, meaning he has a 9th year of eligibility in college football. Yep, he still won even without him. Like, that's all you hear about the guy, is he just wins.
The other thing I like about him is I feel like he's a great coach. I mean, when you have people like Urban Meyer praising him and Nick Saban praising him as a top 5 coach, that's a very great hire. Now, he is older. I believe he's 66, somewhere in there.
Somewhere around there.
So he'll probably end up being a bridge guy. But I agree. I think he was the best hire that they could have got. I'm cautiously optimistic because supposedly after the new year, they're naming a new president, because we haven't had a president at the university in a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that president gets in, accepts his speech, and then fires Ward Manuel on the spot, because we need an AD. We need an AD that's going to actually do his job.
Right there at the podium. Just
right
rip it right there.
With my first official act as university president, I am firing Ward Manuel effective immediately. I mean, I don't have anything against Ward, dude, but there's been a bunch of times he's been a huge letdown. I mean, the Juwan Howard hiring, he only won because he had Beeline's guys. I mean, he's a great dude. Juwan, Fab Five. He'll never buy a drink with his own money in Ann Arbor ever. And then obviously switching to Sharon Moore just wasn't pretty. But we'll stay on Michigan here because my next announcement is about college basketball. And we are currently in uncharted territory in college basketball. There is a team that has on the Ken Palm rankings a plus 38.55 adjusted rating.
Whoa.
In case you were wondering, that is good for second best of all time since Ken Palm's been a thing. The last team that was that highly rated was the Duke Blue Devils, who were plus 41, I believe. And that team went 33-3 and won everything.
Oh my God, that was when the Blue Devils actually made it all the way and won the thing? Holy cow.
It was like 2000, 2001. But that team, if you haven't guessed yet, is playing at a historical pace. And what a job Dusty May has done. I mean, I'm excited for college basketball. I mean, you've got Arizona's legit again. Koa Pete is insane. Trey McKinney, freshman. All these guys are freshmen. Insane. Boozer at Duke. Insane. It's shaping up to be a great year for college basketball. The best part about it is there's like 3 or 4 teams, maybe 5, that just win night in and night out. And then everybody else, it's just up for grabs. It's whoever's going to score the most points is going to win, because nobody really has an edge on who's going to beat who. It's just all just wild. So should be a good year for March Madness. That's all I have to say about my announcements. Go Blue. Thanks for hiring. Thanks for accepting Whittingham. We really needed the, motorcycle riding, hell yeah, brother type of attitude in our football program.
Nice. 4 things before pay the bills, and then tears and tears. Get it? Because, Steelers bring tears, Anyway, Kenny Johnson is entering the transfer portal, so Pitt does lose Kenny Johnson. Chip Kelly has been hired by Northwestern. Okay. And I saw a couple of these things on Twitter that, well, first of all, the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists have been named. and that is Willie Anderson, Drew Brees, Jahari Evans, Larry Fitzgerald.
Drew
Please
Brees.
get in. Frank Gore, Adam Vinatieri, Terrell Suggs, Eli Manning, Luke Kuechly, Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne, Kevin Williams, Jason Ritten, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yanda. So yeah, I believe looking at this, I would say Eli and Drew are probably locks.
Probably.
I would imagine Luke Kuechly.
Gotta be a
And
lock.
I hope Larry Fitzgerald.
Vinatieri has to be in too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. And also
Reggie Wayne,
The most
too,
legendary
yeah,
kicker of all time, Adam Vinatieri. Of course.
look at the first round picks in the NBA the last few years. The Hawks really got unlucky. A year after taking Risa Share, Cooper Flag, and then Wemby the year before that. Oh my God. And then somebody did a 2021 redraft of the MLB draft for the first 10, and starting from 10, the Mets, Bubba Chandler. Okay. He hasn't really proven anything yet. He's going to be a stud, but he hasn't really proven anything yet, so I don't know how he would be in the top 10. Number 9, Spencer Schwellenbach to the Angels. To the Rockies at 8, Sal Friedlich. 7, Tanner Beebe. I didn't even know he was in the 2021 draft. The Diamondbacks, 6, Gavin Williams. Orioles, 5, Carter Jensen. 4, Andrew Abbott. To the Red Sox. 3, the Tigers, Brian Wu. I said Texans. The Rangers, 2, James Wood. And Pirates, 1, Jackson Merrill. Bryce, do you think we would have took Merrill if we would have known?
No,
Yeah, me neither.
not a chance.
Um,
What draft was that?
2021, the year we took Henry.
Yeah, I mean, usually ACC is pretty solid in baseball, though. That's the hard thing.
I don't know. I hate when people say like, "Oh, the redrafts." Like, how are you gonna know?
It is fun to watch the redrafts, though, once you find out how these guys are playing. But it's all situational stuff. Speaking of situational stuff, let's talk about Mike Tomlin.
Oh, we'll get
boy.
there, brother. We'll get there. I think we got to pay the bills. We got to pay the bills though, because I forget all the time.
I think Mike Tomlin is, and after this ad, you will get to hear.
Mm-hmm.
This episode of Tailgate Talks is sponsored by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. DeFrisha is a family-run business out of Greenville, PA that provides services such as vehicle purchasing, scrap metal purchasing, appliance removal, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house garage and building cleanouts, and demolition around the Greenville and Pittsburgh areas. If you or anyone you know is in need of their services, check out the links in the description down below. Go to DeFrisha's website or to their Facebook page. See if they provide their services in your area today. Thank you to Frisha for sponsoring this episode of Tailgate Talks. And with that, let's talk about how much we hate the Steelers.
Actually, that is a good point because honestly, this is obviously the last show of 2025. We're ending.
It's true.
We're ending the year on a positive note and ending it with Alex's tears. I don't care. We're not giving the Steelers the satisfaction of ending.
Do you want me to throw a tier list together too, or do we have no time?
It's up to you.
I can be.
You can if you want, but I really want to go last because this one's just.
Listen. Steeler fans, and I know it's gone down this year. I do not want to hear another word that Kenny was the problem a few years ago. I don't want to hear that ever again.
It was so much deeper than that.
I don't want to hear that ever again. It was so much deeper than that. Like I've said before, it does not matter who's under center. It does not matter who the linebacker is. It doesn't matter who the mic is. It doesn't matter who the corners are. It doesn't matter who the wide receivers are. It doesn't matter who the tight end is. It doesn't matter who's out there. As long as this mediocre head coach is in charge, we are going to be mediocre. Every time. Alex, before the year started, didn't we say until proven otherwise, if we go until we don't go 10-7 or 9-8, we don't care?
Yeah, or until we at least win a playoff game. Like, I don't even care if we go 10-7 if we win a playoff game.
Mm-hmm. And this week, what could our record possibly be at the end of the week?
10-7 or 9-8.
And yes, I know if we win the division. But I don't care. I don't care if we win the division. Seriously, I don't care. To be quite honest with you, with everybody, I can't believe I'm saying this. I hope we lose.
Me too. Because what are we going to do? We're going to get hammered in the first round by somebody.
I hope we lose because here's the thing. We're going to pick 19 or 20 again in the draft. And so who cares? Who cares? Who cares if Aaron Rodgers comes back next year? Who cares if we give Will Howard a chance? Who cares if we take a quarterback? Who cares? Who cares? I don't. Why the hell? I just. No,
the fact that even Tomlin truthers at this point are saying like, all right, it's time for someone else to come in and for Tomlin to go somewhere else. Like, yeah, no kidding. It is time. The messenger has completely lost the message. The players clearly don't respond to him the same way anymore. Like, I don't understand what more needs to happen for people to realize that the players just aren't taking to his message anymore. They just don't care. Aaron Rodgers looks the entire sideline, every single football game looks completely apathetic. Everyone on that sideline just looks like they don't even care. I don't understand it. Like, what do you expect to happen? Everyone just looks unmotivated. I don't get it. And I don't get what it's going to take for people to see that. This team does not care about being great. They care about being okay enough to defend a mediocre streak of never having a losing season. That's it. There is no standard above that. The standard is mediocrity, and that is all it is. Oh, my God. I'm so tired of this team, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it. And
Bryce,
you know.
See how Bryce does after those two rants.
You know, dude. You know that. I mean, Jesus Christ. If there was never a more obvious sign of game fixing ever, it's so obvious that everyone wanted this stupid Week 18 game against Baltimore to be the one that matters. We can never just put things away early. Why? Yeah. Why would we want to win against the Browns and let our starters rest for a week? Okay, yeah, let's play the Ravens in Week 18 when it matters and let their incredibly physical team beat the shit out of all of our starters and make sure that people are hurt. Why? Why? Why would you not want to be able to rest your starters in Week 18 and be fresh going into the playoffs with a home playoff game? Why not?
This week could have been the week to see if we had something in Will Howard, too. It could have been. And now it's not. And you want to know what the worst thing about this game was? We let him throw the ball. Okay, I don't think I think in the second half he kind of fell off a little bit.
I need someone to investigate Kyle Duggar's FanDuel account after that first half touchdown that he allowed.
I need somebody to investigate Arthur Smith's play calling.
Oh. Anyway, Bryce, what'd you think about that? We completely. Alex and I have been so mad we didn't even let you talk yet.
Well, I mean, if you listened to the show last week where we did our rapid fire picks, I said this is a game that Tomlin probably loses, and I should have picked the Browns. And Haley and I would have went to Monday Night Football to see who would win rapid fire, and I had the score prediction of 27-20. So I probably would have won. But
what was the final? 27-24, I think.
Yes.
It's a good score prediction.
So I probably would have won. Unfortunately, I picked the Rams, but so did Haley, but we would have went off score. Either way, you kind of just, after a while, know these things are happening. The difference is, Steelers fans aren't like Penn State fans. Penn State fans look at things and say, we're going to win the Natty this year, and then go 10-2. We're going to win the Natty next year, and then go 10-2. Steelers fans go, yep, we're going to go 9-8. Let's hope it doesn't happen, but it's going to. Then it does. Oh, we made the playoffs. Maybe we'll make a run this year. It's not going to happen, but maybe it will. Then we lose in the first round. The difference is Steelers fans winning's the standard. Simple. Simply put, that's all it is. And Tomlin's never been playoff ready. He is literally NFL's version of James Franklin. There's no other way to put it. And the only reason he still has a job is because he's been above 500 for however many years in a row, which is, I mean, that is a crazy feat. Don't get me wrong. But that's like Penn State saying, we've been a college football powerhouse for the past 10 years. And what do you have to show for it? One Big Ten championship? That's it. What do the Steelers have to show for it? A couple playoff wins that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So I'm not as riled up as these guys are because, you know, you kind of expect these things from Tomlin. I don't think the Steelers are going to go in another direction. The other thing I want to add is, does anybody know the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Yep. And why do we throw 3 back shoulder fades to MVS with the game on the line?
Why do we throw a go ball to Scotty Miller on 4th and 1? Arthur Smith really thought that he had Tom Brady and Scotty Miller in the 2020 NFC Championship game. Like, oh my God, what are we doing?
You could have threw to Freiermuth again. You could have. In that drive,
I've been
he used
critical
him twice.
I've been critical of Smith all year. After I watched him mishandle Bijan Robinson all year in 2023. 2023? 2024. Whatever year it was.
2023, yeah.
I was like, there is no way this guy should be a head coach. And then the Steelers got him as an offensive coordinator, and everybody's like, oh, he's going to be our savior. No, he's not. Nope. Never.
Why?
Never.
Because of his unhealthy obsession with Jonnu Smith? Like,
Well, yeah. Here, you want to know? Here is a picturesque, or however the hell you say that word, because I'm not thinking straight right now. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. This is what a Steelers drive looks like: a toss to Jalen Warren for 3 yards, a chip, and then Darnell Washington goes out in the flat and gets 6 yards, and then we run up the middle and get stopped and we punt. Next drive. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like the Eagles. Saquon up the middle. Saquon up the middle. AJ Brown deep ball. Have you seen that guy? Have you seen that guy?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. That's what the game felt like on Saturday or Sunday or whenever they played, because I don't know. I watched, but I didn't really care. The other thing is, whenever you have, I understand he's old, 43-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who can still sling it, still is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and you let legendary throw more than him, have more yards than him, have more touchdowns than him, and have a better passer rating than him, you probably shouldn't be an offensive coordinator anymore.
I'm still not
That's
impressed.
all I have to say.
I'm still not impressed. Alex, that was your first time watching Shador in the NFL. I'm still not impressed.
I'm not even close to impressed.
There were some of the balls, if you look at slow motion, that were just terrible. But
It's also
It's like,
raining
you ever-
in 28 degrees.
It's like that clip of clip of
that's
Tim
fair. No, that's
Tebow.
fair.
It's like that clip of Tim Tebow in training camp. You guys know which one I'm talking about. The one where he throws that one ball.
Yeah. But I don't even want to get into the stats, but we lost 13-6. Rodgers 21 for 39, 168 yards. Jalen Warren 12 carries for 64. Had Freiermuth got the ball 3 times at 63 yards. I'm pretty sure those 3 times were in the last drive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Shador Sanders 17 for 23, 186 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. The first one was tipped. You can that one wasn't really.
Jack Sawyer, Captain America.
Yeah. His second interception was bad. That was a bad pick. But of course we didn't capitalize on it. But
Almost as bad as the one that he should have thrown at the beginning of the game that Kyle Duggar literally ran away from.
Yeah, literally any other team with better coverages, that ball's picked. But no, Shador Sanders.
You think Shador saw? You think he saw Duggar do that the first time and just decided to throw it at him again like that to see if he'd do it again?
Maybe. But no.
You guys want to hear a quick joke about the Steelers?
The Steelers, that's the joke.
2 teams, all year long, have scored less than 10 points on the Cleveland Browns. Can you name them?
Us and the Raiders?
No, even the Raiders scored more than 10 points. They scored 10 exactly, but I said less than 10.
Okay.
The Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. The Titans scored 31. The Raiders scored 10. The Jets.
The Titans scored like 30.
They did. The Jets scored 27. The Vikings scored 21. The Bengals scored 17 before Joe Flacco came in, and it was Jake Browning.
Dude,
And Arthur Smith still somehow has a job.
I'm just done. I'm done with this team. I hope we lose. I hope we lose on Sunday. I really hope we lose. I don't care.
Right.
I seriously don't care.
I had to unplug my mic because my laptop's about to die, so I have to plug it in. Can you still hear me clearly?
And then Tomlin's, they're gonna lose to the Ravens, and then Tomlin's gonna go to the freaking press conference after the game, and he's gonna be like, "Well, man, in an ocean full of whales, sharks don't eat guppies, I don't know what to tell you."
That was the most perfect thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, honestly, that was pretty awesome.
All right, tier list.
Yeah, please. I don't want to talk about this team anymore.
All right, let me share my screen. We had some change-ups this week, guys.
Oh, Lord.
For me, we had some change-ups for me.
Oh, Lord.
All right, here she is. Can you see my screen?
Yep,
sir.
All right, this one is called miserable to watch, miserable to be a fan of. And that goes to all 9 of those teams right there. Just absolutely miserable, week in, week out. There's no joy in life. You may ask why the Steelers, Dolphins, and Cowboys are here when they have good records. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Miserable. Can't have anything nice.
but Bryce, did you know that Rapatha lowers your LDLC by an average of 63%?
Does it? These are not sponsored ads, by the way. So,
By the way, good luck to Kenny Pickett on Sunday against the Chiefs.
my next tier is called "They Told Me Bust Down My AP, Perfect Timing." Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Just, I don't know how that happened, but crazier things have happened. Oh, don't know what this is.
Birth control. Let's go.
Nice. Keep prescribing it to women. That's great. Wonderful. That's what I'd do too. Just keep
That's
pushing
got to be
drugs.
a real.
All right. Next year is well within the conversation for the Bucks, the Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Vikings.
I appreciate that the entire NFC South is in here.
Exactly.
Do they wake up sore?
Who?
Mattress for men.
No, they make sleep easy.
I was gonna say they're more of a. I think the NFL are more sleep number guys, but I'm sure Mattress Firm's pretty chill too.
Yeah, discounted. But all those teams, I think they're well within the reason next year. The Browns are really in the miserable to watch too, but the Browns won the Super Bowl, meaning they beat the Steelers once this year, so they're happy. They're thrilled with their season.
They beat them at home for like the 5th year in a row.
By the way, the Steelers were absolutely more concerned about Myles Garrett getting the sack record than actually winning the game. Just wanted to say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not a surprise. And then this next one is the fall off will be studied in history books. The Chiefs have fallen off.
Boy.
The Colts have fallen off. The Lions have fallen off. The Packers, the Ravens, the Bengals. All of them just fallen off. But still good teams. These next 2 teams, they're like a G5 getting in the playoffs. They're cooked.
Interesting.
The 49ers have quite the easy schedule this year, and they've won a bunch of games. Obviously, they're a really good team. I still don't know how they are continuing to win games at this point, other than Brock Purdy is some sort of Houdini. And then the Texans, for whatever reason, have a defense that could win them games week in and week out, but the offense decides that they want the defense to do all the work, and when the defense decides they want the offense to do all the work, they lose. So I think those are your first 2 teams bounced from the playoffs. But knowing Kyle Shanahan, he'll get to the Super Bowl and then just not show up in the second half anyway. So, and then these next 5 teams, I think these are 5 teams that
they're just going to battle to the death.
This could be like a
Yeah.
screw attack death battle video right here. Like genuinely. Bryce, I don't know if you're familiar with Screw Attack's death battle videos, but those are the greatest thing ever.
Nope, not familiar at all. I was just agreeing with you because I didn't want you to have to explain the whole thing.
Oh no, it's sick. He used to do these animated battle videos, and it was like cross like different. It was like Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter, or he would do like all these different like really cool things, and he would like genuinely compare like canonical stats between characters from different franchises, and he would make them death battle. It was sick.
That's nifty. That actually is cool. But these next 5 teams, I think they're going to battle to the death. The Eagles,
I agree.
They just prove it to fight. The Bills prove to fight. The Chargers sat Justin Herbert this week. They are sitting him so he can be prepared for the playoffs.
So he can be prepared to not have time to throw the ball the entire game in the playoffs.
Pretty much. But I will say, since the Chargers have gotten Hampton back, I think their offense has opened up a little bit more. A lot more of their problems has been on Herbert trying to figure everything out. You know, there's not much you can do when you have 1.62 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
The Bears and the Jags. I mean, Duval brought him back, and Ben Johnson has proven that he is a competent, very competent NFL coach with how he's handled the Bears. So those teams, I think, are going to battle to the death. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these two teams made it to the AFC/NFC championship, potentially make it to the Super Bowl. Our next one, it is now or never. These are 3 teams that if you would have said 8 years ago that they wouldn't smell a Super Bowl, they would be shocked. And now is their time to prove it again. The Pats haven't really been relevant since Brady left. The Seahawks haven't really, sort of, they have been, but not really, been relevant since, you know, the infamous throw it on the 1-yard line. And then the Broncos. I mean, that just feels like a 2015-16 playoff with God rest his soul, DT88. Tim Tebow hits him on the crossing route, touchdown. Tom Brady finds Julian Edelman on a fly, and Marshawn Lynch runs for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns. Just now or never for them. This last one is who I believe is still one of the best teams in football. Obviously, they pull back a little bit whenever Devontae Adams isn't there, but the tier name will catch you by surprise. Has a top 10 pick next year via trade.
Yep.
This is a defense that's absurd, an offense that is absurd, and they have a top 10 pick next year. It is well within reason that the Rams somehow find a way to go 16-0 next year with the amount of talent that team just has. And hopefully Sean McVay doesn't just hose it away. But I think the past couple weeks I haven't had a Super Bowl favorite. I would say that if I had to pick a Super Bowl favorite, it wouldn't be the Rams personally, but just the talent on that team, you just can't count them out. So that's my list. Alex, I'll let you go so you don't have to. Am I still sharing my screen? Are we good?
1 second.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we are. All right. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, we see her.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to get both of your attention for the beginning of this. Very unfortunate circumstance unfolded this week. Tim is actually sick, so he is not representing the tiers this week, unfortunately. But I did manage to find a last-minute fill-in for Tim. So I wanted to thank Carl and Carl Jr. for sponsoring this week's tiers.
That was perfect. Perfect. I have not seen anything more perfect.
I've been waiting all episode for this.
What a pull. What a generational pull.
Oh my goodness.
He's fighting back laughing too. You know it. He is fighting back laughing right now.
I'm giving you content, Mike. I don't want to hear it. I am giving you content.
Listen. I don't want to be fined by the leaders by example. And Carl, I'm not Carl Jr. Move on.
All right, moving on. Eliminated, literally. All of these teams are officially eliminated from the playoffs. Obviously, 2 more will be decided this week. And yeah, it's really crazy to see the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Lions. Like, this is a weird, like, it's really weird to see these teams are eliminated from playoff contention. Even the Commanders after the season they had last year, obviously. Next, division battle? Question mark. This game literally comes down to division. Also, I don't know what it is, but apparently, even if the Bucks lose to the Panthers this week, there is somehow a way that they still win the division. I don't know what the requirements are for that, but that's just weird.
Falcons
Next,
have to lose, I believe.
yeah, the team everyone wants to make it. And by that, I mean this is the team that everyone in the AFC wants to make the playoffs between them and Baltimore because no one is scared of coming and playing us. And subsequently, next in the tiers, the team no one wants to make it because the Baltimore Ravens, all of a sudden, even without Lamar Jackson and Snoop Huntley starting, look absolutely terrifying. Granted, again, Packers are missing a handful of defensive players due to injury, but still, 42 points from Snoop Huntley and the gang. Derrick Henry, 260 yards and 4 touchdowns. True Derrick Henry playoff fashion. Unbelievable performance by the King. So yeah, I think anyone in the National Football League is an idiot if they would rather the Ravens make the playoffs over the Steelers. Next. Does Justin Herbert have 2 seconds to throw? If yes,
No.
they're better than this. If no, boy, that's a problem. Next. Splashy at times. I love the Texans, obviously. I love CJ Stroud. I love D'Amico Ryans. I love Will Anderson. I love a lot of things about this team. Jalen Petrie. It's a great football team. They're splashy at times. CJ Stroud slings an 80-yard touchdown to Jaden Higgins on the first play of the game type thing. But then there's also times where it literally looks like there's a freshman JV football offensive line blocking in front of CJ Stroud. So there's that. Next, seemingly quite good. I want to think because I'm pretty sure like 2 or 3 years in a row we did NFL hot takes at the beginning of the season. And I predicted that Trevor Lawrence would be an MVP finalist, and it never happened. So I would love to see Liam Cohn and this team really take off and maybe make some noise in the playoffs this year. Maybe have a 2017 Jacksonville moment. But anything could happen. Trevor Lawrence, obviously, we've seen is prone to making mistakes in big moments. So we'll see how that goes. Up and down, these two teams, the Bears obviously have a better record and have looked really good recently, even in their loss to the Niners on Sunday night, which, by the way, just straight 2018 Chiefs versus Rams energy. Absolutely insane. Or for anyone that doesn't remember, the 2019 Saints 49ers game where George Kittle had like 200 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns, and it was Drew Brees versus Jimmy G, and it ended up being like 49-45 or something ridiculous like that. But yeah, these two teams are up and down. Jordan Love, when he's healthy, the team looks pretty good. Even without Micah Parsons on defense, they've looked good at times, and I think their defensive coordinator is quite good. And the Bears, there are times when Caleb looks great. There's times where Caleb looks not so great, but the run game is pretty damn good all the time. So I'm willing to say that the Bears probably have more of a chance of being up than the Packers do. Next, divisional round material. I quite frankly, I think these two teams are both pretty damn good, but in a year where there seems to be a handful of really, really solid, good, even level teams, I just think that unfortunately for Buffalo, this is the year to do it with KC not being in the playoffs and possibly Baltimore not being in the playoffs. But I don't know. Just neither of these teams have really done anything to show me this year that they can really be the team to make it to the Super Bowl. Next, Sam Darnold. straightforward enough. This team is good, but their quarterback is Sam Darnold. What does that mean for them? Well, it seems that it means that things are going to be good, but it's Sam Darnold, so we never really know. Next. Does Bo know? If Bo knows, team's going to be pretty good. If Bo knows what he's doing and Bo knows how to play, this team's going to win a lot of games. Clearly, they've got like 13 wins right now. And they are definitely scary. Speaking of which, San Francisco 49ers are incredibly scary, in my opinion. Bryce doesn't seem to value them as high as I do, but when a white dude named Brock, who went to college in Iowa and got picked last in the NFL, hits a Euro step Dougie the way that guy did, I'm terrified because that level of aura is absolutely unmatched, and I don't know how you beat that.
That's a very good point.
Growing concern. I valued the Los Angeles Rams very highly this year, but after the performance against the Falcons last night, my concerns are mounting. How is this team truly without Devontae Adams? Is Puka Nacua accidentally going to be anti-Semitic again? I don't know. This team is just starting to get slightly concerning at the wrong time. And finally, the new MVP, after his performance against, granted, the New York Jets this weekend, and after Matthew Stafford tying Brett Favre's record for most pick sixes by a single quarterback and throwing 2 more picks on top of that, I think Drake May is about to just pull the rug straight out from Matthew Stafford and take the MVP right out of his hands. So that's the tiers for this week. Thanks again to Carl and Carl Jr. for bringing the tiers this week. Carrying while Tim's out sick. Appreciate Tim.
Jr. I do not care what some guy named John and Clayton King have to say. I am not Carl Jr. or Austin. I don't know why he keeps bringing him.
Right.
You know what is interesting about the 49ers, Alex?
Yeah.
Fred Warner could be back.
Oh, I didn't think about that. It was a broken ankle. It's not like an ACL or anything. He could be.
Fred Warner could be back. Trent Williams got hurt too, though. I don't think it's anything severe. He could be back. Kittle will be back. Brandon Ayuk hasn't stepped foot in 49ers facility in 2 years. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan just keeps trucking forward. I don't get it. So
I don't get it either.
I mean, I like that. I think you're exactly right. Everybody wants to play the Steelers, but nobody wants to play the Ravens.
Listen, I'm telling you, dude, the amount of aura that radiates off of Brock Purdy during that Euro step is insane.
Dude, I could really get behind a 49ers Patriots Super Bowl.
Me too. Okay, listen, I've been very, very critical of Brock Purdy supporters over the past couple of years because I thought he was just another Shanahan guy. My mind is changing rapidly because that dude just got swag and like he just really doesn't care how many of his weapons he has or doesn't have. Like he's rolling.
He's throwing the ball on a dot to Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, if he was
he's
healthy
throwing
for
the ball to a Penn
season,
State wide receiver who's wide receiver 3 at Penn State.
If he was healthy for the entire season, I think he'd probably be an MVP finalist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
with the way he's playing right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to pay the bills one last time.
Pay him for Carl.
Carl's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Carl's not here.
Junior.
He's Junior. I don't know who Junior is.
Where'd my paper toss ball go? I lost it. Anyway, for the last time,
Carl
this
Jr.
episode of Tailgate Talks. This
Carl
episode
Jr.
of Tailgate Talks is brought to you by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal.
He left.
If you or anyone you know is in need of DeFrisha services, check out the links in the description down below. Go to DeFrisha's website or to their Facebook page. Get in contact with them today. See if they provide their services in your area. Thank you, DeFrisha, for sponsoring this episode of Tailgate Talks. Mike, any final words?
Happy New Year. My name is not Carl Jr.
Good night, America.